Okay, last topic. Changes of dimension and how they affect volume. So I think volume is the easiest one to think about because you have your length, your height, and like your depth. So you're like X, Y, and Z. So you have 3 dimensions that you're changing. Now, if I have a box and it has a volume of 640 centimeters cubed, we're going to try to figure out the volume if one dimension is doubled. So our scale factor, K, is 2. If I'm changing one dimension, like we know how this box, if you think back to like how you maybe thought about volume in middle school, like length times width times height. If I multiply that length times width times height, one of those by 2, I'm multiplying that whole volume by 2. So I would just say volume is multiplied by 2. So the volume is 2 times 640, which is 1,280. Now, if we're for the second one, we're changing 2 dimensions this time. So K is still 2, but I have like maybe 2 times the length and then 2 times the width and then times the height. Well, 2 times 2 is 4. So the volume is multiplied by 4. So that 640 times 4 would be a new volume of 2,560. Now, if we're changing all 3 dimensions, that would be like 2 times the length, 2 times the width, 2 times the height. 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 cubed, is 8. So the volume is multiplied by 8. So the new volume would be 640 times 8, which is 5,120 centimeters cubed. So if you're changing one dimension, you just multiply by K. If you're changing 2 dimensions, you multiply by K squared. And if you're changing all 3 dimensions, you multiply by K cubed. And the way I remember that is like volume is units cubed. So let's look at 2 other examples. So it says the radius and the height of a cylinder are multiplied by 4. Describe the effect on the volume. So if you're changing the radius, you're changing 2 dimensions on that circle because you're changing it all the way around. And then if we're also multiplying the height, that means we're changing all 3. So we need K cubed. Our scale factor is 4. 4 cubed, or 4 to the power of 3, is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. So we would say that the volume is multiplied by 64. And that's it. We're just describing the effect on the volume. So last one. It says the dimensions of a square pyramid are cut in half. So our scale factor is 1/2. And it says the dimensions, so that means it's all. So just like the last one, since we're talking about the effect on the surface area and the volume. So for surface area, when we change all the dimensions, we just do K squared. So 1/2 squared is 1/4. So the surface area is multiplied by 1/4. And then for the volume, we need to cube that. Oops. 1/2 cubed. So that would be 1/2 cubed, which is 1/8. So volume is multiplied by 1/8.